So today, guys, I'm going to be showing you how to make a checkpoint system like this. So, guys, in order to make this checkpoint system, we are going to need two blueprint actors. So, first, with a blueprint actor, we'll call this BP underscore checkpoint, and then we're going to need another actor, BP underscore death. Now that's done, open up your checkpoint actor, and we want to add a cylinder. Change the size. Wait. That's fine. That's 0.125. So you get that, and then we're gonna want a sphere collision. That's fine. And then we want an arrow. And the reason we put an arrow is so we can tell where the player will be facing. Save and compile, and on the sphere collision, right click, add event, on begin overlay, overlap, not overlay. Other actor, we want an equal, and that's going to be equal to the player character. It says casting, and then we're going to get a branch. And off this branch, we're going to cast to third person game mode. And this is going to be get game mode on the object. And now we can't really do anything yet because we need to go back to the blueprint, open the game mode, and then open it fully. I've already done that. And then we need to make a variable, call it checkpoint, and that will be a type of the blueprint we just made. So BP checkpoint object reference, compile, save, and head back to the checkpoint blueprint actor, and then we can set checkpoint, and this will be a reference to self. Compile, save. That is the checkpoint done. Now what we need to do is go back into our character. We're gonna get key or any keyboard key, doesn't matter because you can change it up here in the top right. Compile, save, cast to third person game mode. Get game mode. Lovely. And then we want to get checkpoint, and then we want to convert that into a validated get, like so. And off is valid. We want a branch, and this condition will be get player. Nope, is valid. Is valid. And now we get the player character. There we go. Like that. And then we want this reset actor location and a rotation. Put that in true. And off of is valid. Not checkpoint, sorry. Get actor location. Get actor rotation. A lot of words. And then here we want to break vector. And then we want to get a add 50. Let me just move this back a bit. Okay, and then we want to go here and make vector. We want this to be in the Z, X, and Y, like that. And this will be the new location. And the rotation can just go right in there. Compile, save. Now a false. Come down here and spawn access from class. And then we want to split struct these pins. And this will be in your location. And rotation will be over here. Just plug that in. And then we need the BP third person character. Compile, save. Process. If you do not see it, click this. It'll be this one here on the pawn. Okay, so there is a reason as to why this will not compile. The code is absolutely correct. However, what we need to do is go down here, back to the editor, and then we need to go to play controller class, and then we need to make our own controller. My controller, save, and once that opens, we can copy this and we can paste this into this graph, and then we can delete the one in here. Compile, save, compile, save, compile and save. And then what we need to do, I believe, I'm going to move that into here, is our def wall. We don't have logic here yet. However, if I was to drag in the checkpoints, make them a little bigger, and then I can alt and drag, it'll duplicate it, and then if I rotate it that way, my player should theoretically be facing that way. But if you wanted, you could get the cylinder and set material, put it in there, and currently it's white by default, which is fine. And once we step on it, we want it to change a solid blue. And to let you know that this is working, we want a print string checkpoint. So compile, save, start. That's actually on the spawn, so but there you go. Checkpoint, checkpoint. And if I click R, I'll return to the previous checkpoint, like so. But if we were to add a def wall, So we just want a box collision. Make it as big as you want. It doesn't really matter. Overlap. Add an event. Begin overlap. And this will be equal again. Then we're gonna get branch. Put that in, and this is obviously going to be equal to get play character. And then this is where it gets a little bit complicated. So we're going to drag up here, get component by, not tag, by class. And then we want to get this skeleton mesh component, like so. Then we want to set collision by profile name, put that into true, call this ragdoll. And then off here we want to set sim. Why are they not popping up? They should be popping up, I don't know why it's not. Anyway, there we go. Found it. Reroute that. Well, that's that bit done, but we are gonna want to disable input. Get player controller. Otherwise, that's not gonna work, and that will not compile. Like that. Compile. Boom. There we go. And then from this, we get delay. Put in 3 seconds. And then here, destroy actor. I'm going to move this one over here. And we've got to put the death wall in. Okay, so that's the death wall. We want to go back here actually and set hidden in game to false, so I will be able to see it. So if I went here, that would be my checkpoint, but if I was to die, and after 3 seconds I'll disappear, and then I can press R and I'll head back onto that checkpoint, like so. And if I was to do this one, and then die, after 3 seconds, disappear, and I click R, I am on this one, facing the way that arrow was facing. So yeah, that's how you do a checkpoint system, guys, and I hope you enjoyed. Peace.